Welcome back from the break, Rams.
Out of Pocket is back, and we have so many topics to get into, so let's get rolling. To start, Colorado professional sports are in full swing with the Avs, the Broncos, and the Nuggets all in play. And while the Broncos have been, let's just say, less than stellar, which, trust me, we'll get to later on, the Nuggets, on the other hand, are looking really promising to start their season, with starting guard Jamal Murray expected to return. So with all that in mind, guys, is it a boom or bust year for the Nuggets?
Huge boom. Diehard Nuggets fan with MPJ back, Murray back, and I mean the Joker. Are you kidding, guys? We're stacked.
Two-time MVP.
This is going to be an amazing season. I am so excited.
I'm not going to go as far as saying boom, but I'm not going to say it's going to be a bust of a season. And I know you guys are going to call me pessimistic for this, but the Nuggets are just an injury-prone team, and I don't know if everyone who's kind of iffy coming to the season is going to hold up. If they do, I think this is absolutely a playoff roster, but I just don't know if they're all going to make it through the season 100%. And Jokic, although he's a star, I don't see him winning MVP again this year. I'm sorry,
I agree.
but I just don't see it happening. I don't think he can carry that team on his back again, so everyone else needs to pull their weight for sure.
I agree. I think voters' fatigue for sure will get him, even if he has another great year. I think the voters' fatigue is definitely getting him. But I think they're a top 3 seed. I still think there's teams that are better than them in the West that will get to farther in playoffs. But I think it's a boom year definitely for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I'll say top 4 in the West for sure.
Yeah.
I think they will make it to the postseason. I could absolutely see them getting that far. Whether they're going to do well, I don't know, arguable, but that really, really depends on that entire season leading up to that. I mean, there is so much that could go down that could alter everything for the Nuggets as a team.
No, I mean, they definitely have been injured, but if they have a full, healthy season, they're definitely a top 3 team to me.
I think they'll take Jamal, take him along carefully.
Yeah,
He's
definitely
a little fragile right now.
Yeah.
But
he missed a lot of time.
With him coming back in a good roster on the league, I think Jokic can carry that and use that to his advantage.
Yeah, I would say if I was Jamal Murray, take the beginning of the season slow, where you can kind of get into your groove, get into that regular season play feeling. You know, he hasn't felt that in a long time. He needs to realize what his body's limits are before trying to push it 100% and injure himself again. Absolutely. Now let's shift our focus from the NBA to the MLB. After today's win for the Yankees, the league championship series are set with the Astros taking on the Yankees and in the league finals, and the Padres taking on the Phillies in the National League finals. So what do you all think about the MLB playoffs so far?
I was pretty upset that the Yankees won today. I think that the Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians.
Guardians. I was watching that game today and I was so frustrated. They just were not in it. It was not a game 5. I was just like, what is going on? So I don't know.
Well, you saw that in Game 4 from the Guardians, too. It's like they just fell apart in the second half of that series.
I guess it makes sense then for Yankees to keep pushing through, even though I used to be a diehard Red Sox fan.
Still diehard Red Sox fan. Everyone here at CTV knows
that.
Like
the Yankees. I feel like they're like the Lakers, kind of. They're just like one team that no one really likes. So, the fact they're winning, I kind of just want them to lose. But, I don't know. I think the Yankees will probably win because they definitely have a lot of star power on that team.
What do you guys think of the Phillies and Padres?
I think the Phillies are kind of that wild card team that nobody really paid attention to at the beginning of the regular season. And as they started to get good, they were like, oh my gosh, the Phillies are good this year. They're not irrelevant like they normally are. And I could say the same thing about the Padres. Normally a horrible organization. Also not a fan of the Padres because of Manny Machado, but that's a whole different can of worms. So honestly, I'm upset that the Yankees won, but ultimately at the end of the day, they're the better team and they deserve to beat the Guardians.
I guess so.
And finally, I really didn't want to do this to you, but we had to do it. Let's unfortunately talk about the Broncos. Was signing Russell Wilson to this giant contract a mistake, or are you still optimistic?
I was very optimistic in the beginning of the season. I was excited, but it looks like he might be injured right now. Yeah. So with the little hope that I did have, with him now gone, I don't have any more hope. Unfortunately.
I still think he's a top quarterback. I just think he hasn't shown it.
We
need to see a game of him at that level, and then I can get some real hope going.
I mean, here's how my timeline went. Before the season started, I was optimistic. They went to Seattle. I gave them some slack because it was the Seahawks. It was a rough crowd
First
to
game,
play
too.
against. Yeah, first game
New
of the
coach.
season. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, that is a lot of money to pay someone to do nothing and then get injured.
Not a lot.
I'm not mad at Russell Wilson, but I'm mad at the Broncos, one, for putting a curse on one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, and two, they have just fallen apart completely
I mean,
at the
you
seams.
can't expect to win games when you're scoring the league worst 16 points a game. Like, you have a great defense. If that defense was on any competent offense, they're winning all their games right now.
Well, it's hard not to watch them because they're put on prime time every week, and then
4 out of
it's the
6
worst
weeks.
game of the entire. It is so boring to watch.
Yeah.
And then they're forcing us to watch it, shoving it down our throats. They're like, "This is the game of the week." No, it's not.
Yeah.
Don't try and tell me that the Broncos right now losing to the Raiders.
Yeah.
First of all, that was bad. That was
They
the
were
start of the
0-3
downfall.
at the
Yeah.
time, too, so.
That one
Don't
really
tell me
hurt.
that's the primetime
Yeah.
game. No.
And with that, Rams, we've reached the end of our show. Make sure to tune into Local Beats tomorrow to hear about what's popping in local news. We hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and as always, thanks for watching.
So my career can only go up.